Hey everybody, I want to say thanks for subscribing. I'm over at 300 subscribers. I've been growing really quick. I appreciate it. Please like all the videos if you really truly like them. So my task today is I just turned 5,000 miles, a little 5,100 miles on this my Tacoma today, and I want to get oil change. Those that may not know, Toyota has a maintenance service plan that's included, but unfortunately the scheduled maintenance is every 10,000 miles because we use synthetic oil, and I think under regular conditions 10,000 miles is fine. I like to do mine every 5,000 miles just because it's just my peace of mind, just like they feel that their peace of mind is 10,000 miles. So I want to go over what I got and what I'm going to be doing. So if you didn't know this, my boy is on the bike, but besides him noticing that, if you hadn't noticed, I have a TRD Pro skid plate, and the nice thing about that is actually the oil filter access port is there's a door or an opening that can be removed. If you have the OEM skid plate, which is a stamped steel, it doesn't have an opening. You actually have to unbolt, I believe it's 4 bolts to get to the oil pan. I apologize for my son, he just wants to cruise around. But anyway, so the stuff you have to bring, like if you've never done the oil change, is a few things. So I got myself some cardboard from a TV that I had bought. Helps when you have your oil spills to spill the paper on the ground instead of, or on the cardboard versus on the ground. Easier to clean up. Always get yourself a pair of gloves. Oily hands, you know, it's hard to work with. When you have rubber gloves, you have more grip. You gotta have a oil pan to collect your oil, a funnel to pour your oil. I got one of these oil wrenches. Of course, I got oil filter. It comes with gaskets and everything. I recommend getting OEM always, is because it's not that much more, and it's sometimes not even at all anymore. And it's, you know, it's the quality, perfect quality. Gotta have yourself a pick for the gaskets that are there. It's easier to take off the housing. Socket ratchet, socket ratchet extension. I was using extension sometimes, and this is a 14mm socket for the oil pan bolt, and also to get to the door or the opening of the TRD skid plate, you need it specifies 5.5mm Allen wrench, but I have 5mm and it seems to be working. And of course, your favorite brand of oil, always get synthetic. If you're gonna change not as often, I think they still recommend synthetic only because a 10,000 mile interval is going to be synthetic. If you're going to change every 5,000, you can go away with a blend or even dyno oil, but why even mess with it? Just get some a sale of synthetic and go from there. I mean, I got these at Walmart, and there was like a $10 rebate for each or something like that, and I ended up saving it. So that's how that's the inventory of everything. So the next thing to do is start to do oil change. I'm going to record that, and we'll go from there. Alright, first things first, let's get the oil filter access panel out. Again, it's a 5mm Allen wrench. Specs, I believe, said 5.5. And that's the reason why you want to get cardboard. I got oil dripping out my hands. I'd rather have it here. It's easier to just throw away the cardboard versus getting cleaning the driveway. So inside the oil filter package, you have two rubber gaskets. You have this plug adapter, and I'm not sure. I think it depends on what car you have or what use to see. I'm looking at the picture here. I really don't use it often, but okay, so okay, so this is to remove the plug if you're gonna drop the oil pan, I guess, drain here. Oh, it's a funnel. That's what that is. There's also a gasket that goes down here. Anyways, that's what that is. Where I bought this filter, they actually stuck the oil pan washer with my stuff, but that usually does come with it. You have to generally buy this separately, and it's not just a washer. It's got some material on it so it helps prevent leakage, as you can see there. Okay. So here's the oil filter housing you can see here. So that centerpiece is, I guess, is where the plastic goes to funnel it once you remove that centerpiece to drain the oil. So I guess if you take the whole thing out, you're gonna get a lot more oil to drop, but you get that middle part, it's gonna have, you know, obviously less oil to come out when you take the housing out. Let's see if I have room. As you can see there, the oil's off the gasket, or the oil pan is done. So I'm gonna be replacing that shortly. I'm gonna put the crush washer here. It's blue on each side. Don't know what the material is. It looks like paper to me, but it's there. You can see it fits in the oil pan or oil bolt. Perfect. So I'm gonna stick that on. Okay. The reason why I'm stopping, it's barely dripping on the ground. So I might as well close it now so I can move my oil pan closer here to grab what's gonna spill from here. So always thread by hand. You feel it. The reason why is because if you try to use an extension, especially any type of machine, you can actually strip things. And if you strip something like that, you're gonna have a bad day. Hopefully I get the right size. And I'm able to see from the top of the skid plate here if I need to light it up without just going by feel. And I can pay attention that it's turning. Is good. I'm watching it turn. You see the oil coming out. Look at that. It's actually dripping pretty good. So I'm just gonna let it drip out. Okay, as you can see, that is messy. So I see what I should have done. So this guy should have been inserted. And it's a valve that helps drain the oil. I never did it this way, quite honestly, so I didn't know that's how you did it. So I guess by pushing on it, it snaps in and becomes a valve. But I'm just gonna flip her over instead. What's good? What happened? Him who? It's okay, just leave her. I think it's a 7-quart system. So always compare that you got the right filter part size. Excuse me, if you don't, you know, you might have a problem. So you can see that's why I get OEM. That way I know it's going to be specifically the right kind. So I gotta wipe my hands. You have to wash everything, you know. Okay. I liked it. That's why. That's why I liked it. I didn't say I don't like it. So since I pulled that one gasket, I'm gonna go ahead and replace it with a new one, correct?
And then the gasket from the outside too. So pull out.
And it tells you to put oil, and you want to put a film of oil on this.
It says you have to tell you to put more oil.
Thank you, Jesse, for ensuring that I am doing my job properly.
Daddy, I did finish my French fries.
That's good. So we'll put a thin. It doesn't have to be new oil. This has to be any oil. I mean, you want to put fresh oil, go ahead. But any oil. We'll put that there. It doesn't press in, it just sits there. So let's go and do that. Where is my cover? Oh, right there.
Ow, don't kick me.
I see. We'll go ahead and do this now since we're not using it again for the rest of the day. I think once it's on, I'll make sure it's tight. Looks like it's pretty secure, it doesn't really give anymore.
What color is the oil part?
This oil looks black. So here's the other gasket you need to replace. You can see it's on the...
Inside here.
Jesse? What are you talking about?
You have to put the
Jesse. You want to talk real quick, okay? I'm recording. So right here's the gasket ring. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. I mean, with your oily hands, sometimes it's hard, you can see. And you got to be careful not to have a screwdriver or something really sharp. You use a pick, because that way you can literally just pick the piece, the corner, without damaging anything, see? And then you can yank it. That's the reason why I use a pick. If you start using a screwdriver or a razor or something, you could cut into these things and then you can have a leak. So, replace that. You can see here, it's a nice good fit. My hands are actually oily, or my gloves, so I'll put a coating of oil here, oil all over the place, and I'm good to go with that. Replace the oil filter, pops on pretty easily. So some people will say put some oil in here. Since it's this way, it's not going to spill. And the reason why they say that is because when it recirculates, or when it starts, you have oil in here already, and it won't be dry per se as far as startup, you know, oil starvation. I mean, your engine cylinders are still coated with oil. They're not literally dry. Everything's coated, but that's millisecond or a few seconds or whatever you want to call it. You know, there'll be some arguments as far as, you know, the more oil the better. And, you know, it's not no harm, no foul. And make sure if you do pour it, try not to do that or you're just gonna spill everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little oil, but like I said, it's up to you. As far as tightness, you want to make it pretty snug. The housing's plastic, by the way, so you can't, if you over torque it, you're gonna break the housing. It's not budging anymore, and I'm not putting a ton of force, so I think we're good to go. I'm just gonna wipe it down some more. Like I said, I'm able to see everything right here over the skid plate. Just trying to get any excess oil that fell. The oil fell apart?
Yeah. It's the oil fell apart.
So each of these big bottles is 5 quarts. I believe, I have to look it up, but
I think it's 5 quarts.
I think they're saying that it's supposed to be 6.5 to 7 quarts. So with the first bottle, I could just fill up as fast as I can without spilling. So most places or most oil dipsticks are similar. They either have holes or notches or bumps. So these have bumps. So usually you'll have 2 sets of bumps or holes. So the bottom is the minimum amount where you should have oil. If it's below that oil point, you really need to add oil ASAP. And that's the maximum point. And you don't want to go above that. Anything above that is going to overfill and you're going to have problems too. So you never want to underfill or overfill your oil. BMWs are tricky to fill. They have these plastic things, and it's a different story. Actually, the newer BMWs don't even have dipsticks by them. So that's another story that goes on. So off camera, I went ahead and started the car up and get it warmed up for a second. So right now, it's a little bit easier to read, I think. About right there, I think it's about between the 2 dots. I did it a couple times. I also looked up the capacity of 3.5 liter, and it says with the oil filter it takes 6.2 quarts. So right now I put in about 6 quarts, so that 0.2 makes sense to kind of cover that. So I'm just going to add a little smidgen and then I'll be done. I went ahead and bolted everything back up, so I'm just going to add a little more oil in there, pulls up everything. I already went underneath, I checked for leaks, make sure there's no leaks, so make sure always check for leaks, because if you're going to re-drive, you don't want to lose oil later on. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please post, comments, questions, etc. Please post it. Thanks for watching. Okay, the last thing you have to do, you always get a maintenance required light here and here, and it'll pop up too. Every 5, 10, 15,000, etc. miles. So in order to wipe it out, you're going to use these controls right here. You're going to, up, down, this is your center one. You're going to move it, so you're just going to move this all the way to settings, push the middle button. You're going to scroll down to maintenance reset, push the middle button. It's going to say reset memory reminder. Move it up, push the middle button. Reset complete, and then you're all set.